What is a villain? In most stories, they are a mirror of the hero, defined by chaos, greed, or a lust for power. They are an obstacle to be overcome. But what if a villain was not an obstacle, but a system? What if their evil was not born from madness, but from a cold, consistent, and terrifyingly logical philosophy? In the world of reverent insanity, Fang Yuan is such a figure. His actions are monstrous, but they are never random. They are guided by an unshakable doctrine of absolute pragmatism, and incredibly, the blueprint for his philosophy was written not in our own world, over 500 years ago, by a man named Niccolò Machiavelli. Today, we go beyond the lore. We place a demonic cultivator and a Renaissance philosopher side by side to ask a chilling question. Is Fang Yuan the ultimate Machiavellian prince? To understand the comparison, we must first understand the man who wrote the playbook for tyrants. Niccolò Machiavelli was an Italian diplomat and political theorist in the 16th century. His most famous work, The Prince, was not a philosophical ideal, but a brutally practical handbook for a ruler on how to acquire and maintain power in a world of treachery and ambition. Machiavelli's philosophy can be distilled into a few core ruthless tenets. First, the ends justify the means. A ruler or prince should not be bound by traditional morality. If an act of cruelty, deceit, or betrayal leads to the stability and security of the state, it is not only permissible but necessary. Second, it is safer to be feared than loved. Machiavelli argued that love is fickle and depends on the goodwill of others, while fear is constant and maintained by the threat of punishment. A ruler who is feared can control his subjects far more effectively than one who is merely loved. And third, virtue is weakness. Qualities like mercy, honesty, and compassion are liabilities. A prince must only appear to have these qualities to maintain his reputation, but he must be willing to act viciously and without hesitation when required. Morality is a tool, a performance for the masses, not a guide for action. For centuries, these ideas were seen as the pinnacle of political cynicism. Then came Fang Yuan, who didn't just practice them, he embodied them as a path to godhood. The parallels between Machiavelli's advice and Fang Yuan's actions are uncanny. Machiavelli wrote the theory, Fang Yuan conducted the experiment. Consider the Gu Yue clan arc. When faced with the threat of the Wolf Tide and the Bai clan, Fang Yuan's actions are pure Machiavellian calculus. He doesn't seek to be a hero, he manipulates his clan members, exploits their trust, and orchestrates events from the shadows. His murder of Jia Jinsheng is a perfect example of a necessary, brutal act to secure a benefit, the Purple Thorn token. He feels no remorse, only the cold satisfaction of a problem solved. Machiavelli famously wrote that a prince must be both a lion to frighten the wolves and a fox to recognize the traps. Fang Yuan is both. He is the lion when he brutally crushes his opponents, establishing a reputation of fear that makes others hesitate to cross him. But more often, he is the fox. He weaves intricate webs of deceit, like his manipulation of the Tai clan and his infiltration of the Blessed Lands. He understands, as Machiavelli did, that the greatest power is not the one that is seen, but the one that controls what is seen. His treatment of allies is another direct parallel. For Fang Yuan, allies are temporary tools, their value measured only by their utility to his goals. Bai Ningbing, the Northern Plains tribes, the variant humans, all are cultivated and discarded according to his needs. This aligns perfectly with Machiavelli's view that a prince should have no true friends, only interests. This is where the comparison becomes truly terrifying. For all his ruthlessness, Machiavelli's prince had a limited, worldly goal, the preservation and glory of the state. His cruelty served a collective purpose, even if that purpose was the ruler's own power. Fang Yuan has no state. He has no subjects to protect, no legacy to build, no collective good to serve. His ambition is singular, absolute, and purely individualistic, the attainment of eternity. This elevates his philosophy beyond Machiavellianism into something far more extreme. Machiavelli's prince might kill to secure a border. Fang Yuan would slaughter a world to refine a gu. Machiavelli's cruelty is a tool of political science. Fang Yuan's is a tool of soteriology, a means to his own salvation and ascension. His goal is not to be the most feared prince in the world, it is to be the only will that matters in the universe. Where Machiavelli sought to control a kingdom, Fang Yuan seeks to control reality itself. The ends don't just justify the means. The end is so absolute that the very concept of means becomes meaningless. There is only the great Tao and the path towards it. So is Fang Yuan a Machiavellian prince. He is that and infinitely more. He is the horrifying endpoint of a philosophy stripped of all worldly context and social responsibility. He is what happens when the logic of power is pursued not for a kingdom, but for the self on a cosmic scale. Machiavelli showed us the dark heart of politics. Fang Yuan shows us the dark heart of ambition itself. It is this philosophical depth that makes him one of the most compelling figures in modern fiction, and a chilling testament to the ideas explored in Reverend Insanity. Machiavelli argued his philosophy was a realistic necessity. Do you believe Fang Yuan's actions are a necessary consequence of the cruel world he lives in? Or is he a monster who transcends any justification? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you wish to continue exploring the profound ideas within the Gu world, subscribe to the Omniarch and activate the notification bell. Our analysis has only just begun.